Hello there.
I'm starting to make sense out of the pieces that Marvel is slowly dropping around what will happen between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And I think most of this is revolving around not only the World War Hulk film, which we have touched on in other videos, and is being heavily reported as a project that's going to come out between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, but mainly also Spider-Man 4. So I think we're going to discuss in this video the big plans that they have for Spider-Man 4, because things are starting to make a whole lot of sense, and there's a big potential for this movie to either take place on Battleworld or for it to take place on some kind of modified Earth, as well as the introduction of a fan favorite Spider-Man character, Miles Morales, that people have wanted to see in the films for quite a while now, while he is also a controversial character to put into live action because a lot of people think he could replace Peter Parker. We finally have some definitive plans for how Sony and Marvel plan to introduce this character. We're getting into it all in this video. If you guys enjoy my Marvel content, check out my channel.
The Atomic Affair.
So yeah, lately the leaks have been coming out about Spider-Man 4 saying a few things. For one, we're getting a new female lead in this movie, most likely going to be Black Cat, although there are some rumors that Gwen Stacy is going to pop up in the movie. It seems like Madeline Pryor is primed to play Felicia Hardy or the Black Cat in this upcoming Spider-Man film, as well as the return of classic Spider-Man variants such as Andrew Garfield once again popping up in this film. I think this might be a way for him to get his chance to shine alongside Tom Holland's Peter Parker once again, because a lot of people after Spider-Man No Way Home really wanted to see the Amazing Spider-Man 3 happen with Andrew Garfield, and this might be a way for them to sort of pay a soft retribution to Andrew Garfield's character. On top of that, we know it's going to be a multiverse project. We're hearing that Daredevil could pop up in the film, and that characters like the Vulture are going to be returning in this movie, as well as a big team up happening with Venom. So there's a lot going on in this film. We know it's going to be set after the events of Avengers Doomsday, but that makes a lot of sense as to why Marvel is keeping everything very tight-lipped on this movie, because there is so much information that would be given away if they were to come out and reveal the plot of this film, that would retroactively reveal the plot for Avengers Doomsday. So they're keeping it all under wraps, as well as the purported World War Hulk project, which we know pretty much at this point is coming to the MCU. It seems like these are going to be the two big tentpole films that are wedged between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, while also maybe potentially Doctor Strange 3. We have yet to hear more about that film, but this all makes sense, guys. It makes a lot of sense why Marvel would be trying to keep this stuff a big secret, because there's no way to really divulge into too many plot details about these upcoming Marvel movies without directly giving away the plot to Avengers Doomsday. So first things first, we're probably going to get some trailers for Avengers Doomsday, especially coming during Comic-Con, some concept trailers, some ideas about what the plot is going to contain, maybe even a first look at Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, as crazy as that is, coming this year.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!
Now, what we're also hearing about Miles Morales is that Miles is planning on being introduced after Secret Wars, or in Sony's rebooted Marvel Universe. So it seems like Sony is going to go the route of trying to take Miles Morales for themselves, introduce him in their own rebooted Sony Marvel Universe after Avengers Secret Wars, and it seems like that is their big plan at the moment. Maybe that's why they're delaying Beyond the Spider-Verse as well, because that's going to tie in directly to Avengers Secret Wars. So there's so many big moving parts going on right now for the MCU, and I think it would be wild if they introduce Miles outside the MCU in a rebooted Sony universe, which we know is probably going to be written terribly and probably going to have a lot of shoehorned in writing and trying to shoehorn in crappy A-list Marvel villains, A-list Spider-Man villains, use them for Miles Morales and just write them like total shit. That is probably what's going to happen if Miles Morales is introduced into a Sony set of Marvel movies versus the primary MCU. However, if this happens, I think that does mean that we could get Tom Holland for even longer in the MCU. So I don't know, I guess there's silver linings, but we're also even hearing reports that Tom Holland wants to retire and wants to pass the torch down to Miles Morales. He's even touched on that in various interviews, saying that he believes it could be time soon to pass the torch to Miles Morales. So I think that Kevin Feige and Disney Marvel still might want to do something with that character, but with the political landscape of the country currently and how things have been going regarding a lot of diverse, race swap, gender swap characters and how unsuccessful they've kind of been in movies, I could see Marvel saying, here, Sony, take this, do something with this, play around with this, we know this is going to fail, and then them sticking with the main MCU Peter Parker. But anyways, comment down below, let me know what you guys think about these latest Spider-Man developments, because we are hearing some big stuff about what Sony wants to do with the character moving forward. But for this video, guys, that is all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.